Hello, guys. My name is Nicole Marquinette, and I like to think deeply about things. And today, I've been thinking deeply about love. What is love? Well, I believe love to be unselfishly choosing for the highest good of another. Unselfish. Being selfless is not about bending over backwards to make someone feel like they are loved, not being a sheep or whatever you want to call it. It's not about that. It's about setting aside your own selfish desires. Sometimes that includes your feelings in order to gain understanding for another person in whatever situation it is or whatever relationship dynamic it is. For example, let's say someone comes to you about the fact that you hurt their feelings. Your initial reaction is to be like, how did I hurt your feelings? That's not what I meant. I'm trying to explain yourself. Don't do that. The best way to deal with that is to just apologize. Because if you love that person, then it doesn't matter that you don't believe that their feelings shouldn't have gotten hurt. They were, and so therefore, you apologize. And you move on. That's going to be the hardest part, is the moving on part. Loving someone truly is about giving up being right for the sake of them and the sake of your relationship. I'm not saying you don't get to explain yourself or try to have them understand you, or that you should just, let them continue to do the same thing over and over and over again. No, I'm saying that there's a better way to do that. And that better way is to wait. Because if you do it right then and there, then it's going to be really hard for them to receive it because they're still operating out of that hurt place. But it'll also help you grow to be a more empathetic person. So whenever you're picking the right time, what is the right time? Whenever you're looking for the right time to bring up something that you wanted them to understand in that specific situation, but you don't want to bring up that situation again, never do that. Never be like, do you remember when you got mad at me because of blah, 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 blah? I don't think you're right. No, never do that. That's just bringing up old stuff. No. The best way to do that is to find what the heart of your message was and tell them that this is what you're learning. But taking what you want someone to learn and turning it into something that you've learned and that's something that you're sharing with them about what you've learned is a much better way to get them to understand you. Because if they know you and they understand how you think and how you learn and how you grow, and you're inviting them to learn the same thing, boom, you're good. And so whether it's a week or a month or a year later where you bring this up to them, you don't bring it up about that situation. You bring it up in a way of, this is what I've been learning and I thought I'd share it with you. Because that's what friends do. That's what romantic partners do. That's what family does, Love is not easy work. It's hard work. But selfishness cannot exist in love. Being right cannot exist in love. Convenience cannot exist in love. Let's talk about convenience a little bit. We as a society, we have this phrase and we hear it all the time. It's the, if he wanted to, he would, in regards to, a girl pursuing a guy who should be pursuing her. That statement is not specifically for romantic relationships. It's also for friendships and it's also for family dynamics. And it's not gender specific. So it's not just if he, it's if she, it's if they. It's if, I don't know, whatever you are, it's for you. If you want to, you will. You will put the effort in. If you want to cultivate deep and meaning friendships, you're going to put in the work in yourself and you're going to inconvenience yourself. You're going to unselfishly love people. Not about being right. You're going to say, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings. That was not my intention. And you're gonna leave it at that. You're not gonna try to explain yourself. You're gonna let it go. You're going to sacrifice in love. And when I say sacrifice, I mean sometimes you're gonna have to sacrifice your own feelings in order to show someone how much you genuinely love them. And I'm not saying continue to be unhealthy in that way. And you are supposed to tell them when they hurt your feelings too. And if they're a healthy person, again, they will apologize. And they will love unselfishly to you back. Sometimes you're sacrificing your own comfort. Sometimes you're going to have to do uncomfortable things like bring up something that could help them grow. This one, don't shoot me for this one because this is my personal opinion. And you can tell me yours in the comments, please, because I would love to hear. But feelings, they don't belong in love. Feelings are a human thing. It's a human experience. It's the cost that we pay for being a living and breathing creature. But they don't belong in love. Because if we allowed our feelings to determine how much we love someone, love wouldn't exist anywhere. It would be, I can't even find the word. It would be invisible. Non-existent love, because we're relying so much on our feelings. Our feelings are temporary. They're frivolous, going and coming and coming and going. If we relied on those to get us through a situation, unfortunately, 9 times out of 10, we're going to fail. The only time a feeling stays the same is if we're making it, if we're choosing to be angry, if we're choosing to be hurt, instead of saying, I forgive them. Oh my God, that is such a freeing phrase. I forgive them. So whenever you are in a relationship, whether it's a friendship, family ship, I love that, family ship, or a romantic relationship, and you start feeling like, I don't really like spending time with this person anymore. Or you start feeling like, I don't know if I'm in love with this person anymore. Or you start feeling like, I feel like I'm putting in so much and I'm not getting anything in return from this person. I feel like I'm not getting anything out of this anymore. You have just invited selfishness into your relationship. Congratulations! Not. What you do when you are experiencing those feelings, the best thing to do, this is the hardest one, but the best thing to do is to talk to them about it. To be like, hey, I've been having a really hard time with hanging out with you lately, and I don't know why. It's weird because I usually have a blast with you, but lately there's something that's just been off. And 9 times out of 10, they feel in the same way. And y'all can talk it out. And boom, y'all are fixed. And those feelings are no longer there. It's not that hard. But another thing that you can do if you're starting to feel those things is think on it. Don't just react. If you just react, and let your feelings control every action that you do, you're going to end up alone and really sad. And I don't want you to be sad because I love you. How can I love you and I don't even know you? It's possible. When you've experienced true love, not from a man, but from love of yourself, and for me, it's love from God. When you experience that kind of a love, it's so easy to love people. But back on, feelings being temporary. Yes, you want to talk to them if you have the strength to. But before you even do that, you should think about these feelings and be like, why do I feel that way? Because maybe and maybe you just need to have that conversation with yourself of why you feel that way. And that will really, really, really help. The third thing that you can do when you're feeling these things about a friend or a boyfriend or a husband or a dad or a sister, you can just simply let it go. Let those feelings pass because they won't stay there unless you allow them to. Unless you say, every time you go and hang out with this person that you don't want to hang out with, you're just like, I don't want to do this, but I'm going to do it because I'm a friend and blah. No. If you change, if you say, I'm feeling this way. Why am I feeling this way? Oh, it's because of this one thing that they said that bothered me last time. Maybe I'll just talk to them about it and get over with. Get over it. Or maybe I'll never talk to them about it because it's not that big of a deal and I should just let it go and try to reshape my mindset about hanging out with them again. It's that simple. And honestly, I say it's that simple, but it's actually really hard. And no, I'm not saying stay in toxic situations, abusive situations. I'm saying usually what the toxic person wants is your attention and your reaction. Whatever the case may be, they want you to see them. They want you to hear them, but they don't want to hear you. They don't want to understand you. They don't want to change. But you can change. And that is that's really going to be the hard part about this is you could take away the thing that they want the most. Your reaction, the attention, the yelling, the fighting, and you replace that with none other than love, which is one of the hardest things to do. Loving people who are clearly showing that they are undeserving of that love. And you might get hurt. But yes, unfortunately, hurt does belong in love. All right, that's all I have for you. These are my personal beliefs about love, just from my personal experiences in relationships of all kinds. So if you have any questions for me, ask them in the comments down below. And if you have any thoughts and opinions of your own, I would love for you to share them so that I can respond to you guys, because it's all about them. This is a conversation, not just me talking to you. And yeah, I'm missing a nail. But yeah, if you want to know more about my thoughts and opinions about other things, also leave that in the comments. And if you like this video, just thumbs up, subscribe, and I'm gonna be grateful because I don't expect it. But have a great day. Bye.